Outlaw Sports is brought to you by Molson Canadian, made from Canada, and Rocky Mountain Barbecue, Alberta barbecue cuisine at its best. Well, Grant Pollock, it's load 'em up, move 'em out day at the Calgary Flames offices again. Third straight year. Only this year, when you hear Jarome Iginla talk after the last game, and when they questioned him about did he want to be part of a total rebuild, and he says, I'm not sure that I want to be a part of it. And now, for the first time, rumors circulating, and indications are that the team may actually try to accommodate him, move him on to a team that could win the Stanley Cup and get something in return. The question I have at this age, and he still can score, 32 goals this year, what kind of value do you get if you are able to trade him?
I think you can get still good value. First of all, get back to Iginla's comments of the weekend.
Sure.
You've never heard him say that.
It never. That's what was shocking, yes.
I think he's been around 15 seasons, 16 seasons since 1996. He's always indicated, I want to be part of the solution, very positive about that. I don't want to go anywhere. This is the first time the door is open, not just a little bit, but a little wider, that he would be interested in going out. It also leads you to believe that maybe there is talk around the organization, and Jarome's heard about it from Feaster or Ken King, that they might be open to more of a rebuild, and that Jarome does not want to do that. So to answer your question, what would they get for him? Probably not as much as they would have if they traded him after the Vancouver Olympics. That would have been the prime time. To me, that's when the organization probably should have done a major hockey decision, not a business decision. I still think you can get a good prospect for Jarome, and I still think that is the best thing long-term for the organization.
I still think Pittsburgh is a viable place for him to line up.
Why do they need him?
I just think him and Sidney, the combination that those two guys had in the Olympics. I know they have enough, but you know how this stuff works.
I don't think Pittsburgh needs a Jarome Iginla. Sure, he'd be a good fit. Who wouldn't be a good fit on that team? You and I would be a good fit on that team.
Fourth line.
How about New Jersey Devils or a team like that? A good team, but just needs a guy like Jarome. Florida or some team like that.
The list goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What team wouldn't?
Yeah.
I mean, a team that is, I think what team wouldn't? Jarome wouldn't go to a team that has no chance if he's going to leave the Flames. So a team that is potentially a Stanley Cup contender next year.
Don't trade him to this division. Don't be that team.
I don't think they would they?
So you get to see him 4 or 5 times a year rubbing that salt in the wound. Trade him down east.
Can we talk a bit more about Jarome Iginla right now?
Right now.
Do you want it right now?
Right now.
I think Jarome Iginla is a good guy, a good person, quality guy. But I think his status in the community as a leader here in Calgary is overrated. We put him on too high of a pedestal. There have been outstanding athletes playing for this team before that have moved on. Now, Jarome has been here a long, long time. He deserves a lot of credit. I know you like players staying with teams for a long term, but come on. This guy doesn't do a whole lot in the community, if anything. He is quiet. He keeps to himself. So let's not overemphasize his status in the community, Mike. I think we got to look at this as a pure hockey decision. Respect him for what he's been, but not overinflate who he is.
I think what happens with that, Grant, he's a nice guy. He's a good guy. He's an approachable guy. Media love him. The fans idolize him. And I think what's happened here, it's more of hero worship than anything. And with that, he's ours. He's ours. He's our jewel. And with that, people think, well, it's got to be good for the community because he's ours. But you're right. You've seen a lot of other guys like Henry Burris or even other guys in...
Well, even with the Flames in the past,
sure.
With Joe Nieuwendyk, Al McInnes, those guys were here for a long time. Not as long as Jarome. But I'm just saying they did almost as good or even better. They won Stanley Cups, and they did a lot of things, and arguably more in the community than Jarome does. So let's not overinflate his status. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
He is a quality guy. He deserves respect. He's been paid handsomely, though.
Yes.
It's not like he sacrificed a whole lot. I'm just saying, yes, he was great. Yes, he's been the face of the organization. But maybe it's time for everybody to move on, and it's okay if you trade him. That's okay.
I've always thought this of the Flames and charity. In the big picture, the team does very much a lot for the community, But
the team.
The team.
And the Flames Foundation.
And the Flames Foundation.
Yes,
great.
absolutely.
But the players going out to charity events,
Limited.
not so much. And you have to think, a guy like Jarome going out to the community, he'd be stampeded. So there's part of that. When you look at the Stampeders, they have less of an impact, even though they do more out there. The players can go out there without getting mauled and all that kind of stuff. So there's my theory on that.
That might be, I sometimes compare Stamps and Flames and what they do in the community too. And in a way it's unfair. It's apples and oranges because of their status, like you said, or because of the way the seasons are set up. More Stamps live in Calgary all year round and are available and do things, where the Flames, once the season's over or once their kids are out of school, they're gone.
Yep.
What does Jarome do in the community that elevates him beyond the hockey star status? Not very much. That's what I would like to see more of the Flames. Not necessarily over the season, Mike, but as soon as the season's over, what is the major charity? What is the major things that he does? There aren't any.
Grant, we don't know that for sure.
So
we don't hold it. We don't know how much he contributes quietly
okay.
to
Lenny McDonald used to go to the Children's Hospital without any fanfare.
Yes.
To visit people, to visit kids, to visit families. He didn't want a press release and media following him. So you're right. You're absolutely right. We don't know the whole facts. But I guess all I'm saying is that it's okay. We trade a star player away. He's good, but it's okay if Jarome goes if we get quality back. Let's just relax a little bit. He's not a prophet. He's not a hockey prophet, folks.
When it comes to your health, don't take chances. Get all the right information and guidance you need from the Healthy Hut in Cochrane. Be confident in your choices for creating and maintaining a healthy body. For more info, log on to thehealthyhut.ca.